Today, I'm going to be talking about my ultimate Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains theory. I want to get this out today. Today is the... Well, let my computer load here for a second. Today is May 26, 2019. Today is a Sunday. And I like to get this out before, of course, Wednesday. Wednesday the 29th is actually when the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains episode is coming out. Anyway, hopefully maybe tomorrow or the next day I can go ahead and actually upload this. And this is not, it's just me talking with this background over here. It's a very nice background. I forgot where I even got it. But anyway, let me talk to you about my theory. Or I guess it's a prediction, right? A prediction plus my theory. Anyway, as I was sitting down watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, it kind of... Well, actually, so I watched the review that Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything did. I watched the review of TCG Anime, what he did, and I've been thinking. I watched that Saturday Live, what is it, podcast that Dylan has, and watching all that stuff. He brought up some facts, some things. I thought to myself, I have a feeling maybe this is how it's all going to end, because usually Yu-Gi-Oh! Has some sort of notes it usually hits with it. There's the main character, there's the main female lead. We saw that with Yugi, we saw that with Taya. Of course, it always depends though, the characters and all that stuff. Taya was just a very background character with little to the plot, but you compare it to someone like Akiza from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and Akiza is way more a character than Taya. So they always change it up a bit. Is what I'm trying to get at here. So what I'm saying is, let's look at how they ended all the other series. Not so much the final season, but let's look how they ended the series. They ended Yu-Gi-Oh! The original one with the duel between a Tim and Yugi. They ended the duel. They ended GX, not the duel. They ended GX between a duel between a Tim and Jaden. They ended Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds with Jack and Yusei. They ended Yu-Gi-Oh! Zil with Astral and Yuma. They ended Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 with Reggie and Yuya. So how are they going to end this? They can end this two ways. So let me go ahead and get into that right now. How I think it's going to happen is next episode, whatever happens is going to happen. I feel like maybe I is going to take over Soltech, but it's gonna basically get into that realm of a little bit of that mindfuckery of Code Geass touched upon. I don't know if you guys ever seen Code Geass, but Code Geass, I'm gonna spoil it. All right, so back away from this video if you haven't seen Code Geass Launcher Rebellion R2, right? Code Geass R2, because there was like R1 and R2. That's kind of how the anime was split. I'm talking about the original anime here. I'm talking about anything else. So the ending of Code Geass, it ended this way. Lelouch wanted to make his, basically, a world full of peace. In order to do that, he had to basically, I guess you could say, lie his way to the top, which he did. He got his friend, I forgot his friend's name, like Suzoku or something like that. This is all from the top of my head right now. Only thing I got is that the saying that I'm recording through the mic. That's about it. That's why you don't hear any clickings or any clackings. You may hear the air condition on. It is getting pretty hot where I live, so please do excuse that. 420 blaze it. Got him. Anyway, listen. How it ended was that Jose Yusaku, Lelouch basically lived the lies he told, which sounds really weird. Anyway, in order to get world peace, he ended up taking over his father's empire. He ended up, basically, he had to fight his own friend, and his friend had to kill him. And by his friend killing him, the image of Zero, which is what he played, which was his role, basically destroyed this evil oppression. So now everyone's like, world peace has been established. There's a new ruler. That old tyrannical ruler is dead. That's how they got world peace. It's a really weird, mind-fucked way to do it, but they achieved it, I guess you'd say. I feel like Vrains may try to pull a similar note. The only lick of sense this makes is because Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything keeps going on about how I has the same voice actor as Lelouch's friend that killed him, that became Zero. So I can't wait to hear how he sounds, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to sound like silly I. I'm pretty sure he's going to sound like a more serious I. So that's basically where my theory basically stems from, is that why, I don't know, it's just a passing thought I had, but I said, well, what if they did do it? How would that fit in to everything Yu-Gi-Oh! Related? So on one side, this is what I think is going to happen. Ai's going to take over Soltech. Once established in Soltech, he's going to basically force Yusaku and maybe Revolver to team up once more to defeat the threat. But at the hands of being defeated at Playmaker, he's going to tell Playmaker that the reason why he did all of this was so that everyone can live in peace. So him and Revolver could actually become friends. So that's how it kind of ends. So the final duel is them, but I think, not the final duel, the second final, the big bad boss duel is going to be I versus Playmaker. And then I's going to be like, I did all this so you humans can have peace. This is my last wish, you know, goodbye. And then he just dies and all that stuff. Then the final duel of the whole entire series is going to be a 2-part duel, or a 3-part duel. Maybe it's a 1-episode duel. I have no clue. It's going to be Ryoken versus Yusaku, Revolver versus Playmaker. It could be real life. It could be VR. Maybe VR. All of Vrains is going to watch it. Maybe. But I definitely feel like their friends are definitely going to watch it. And it's going to basically be Yusaku and Revolver basically settling everything. Even though there's no AI, which that's kind of, it falls apart right there, because I have to, this is my like part 1 theory. I'm not going to make another video. I'm going to tell you both of the sides right now. But the other side of the theory is that, well, hold on, I'll get to that. That was a bit more plausible. Let me get to this. They basically fight for their own future, basically, to see where they go. That's basically what happened in 5Ds. Jack and Yusei fought. They didn't fight to, well, okay, they kind of fought to see who was better, but in the end, you know, they didn't know where to go in life, so they dueled. And by the end of the duel, everyone got their answer of what they should do in their life. And things, trap cards and spell cards kind of mirrored that, which is pretty cool. But I think in this duel, it's not going to end up mirroring. I think this duel, they're going to go on. Yusaku's maybe he's going to go ahead and attack with a field of decode talkers. And then Ryoken's going to pull the old Mirror Force. He's going to pull the old, you know, he's going to pull the old Compulse on Dark Fluid or something like that. But that's probably going to end up happening if the Theory 1 does become true. Now, do note, I'm making this before the second episode of Season 2 even comes out. So this is just a long shot of anything at all. So here's the second part. The second part of how things could go. Maybe I takes over Soltech, right? Let's just say that. All I know is, well, actually, you know what? A lot of this theory just stems at the ending of what's going to happen at the ending. But either way, I think the same thing's going to happen, where I maybe is like, you know, I became bad so I could give you humans, you know, peace. But what's going to end up happening is that the quote-unquote final duel is going to be actually Revolver versus Yusaku, and whoever wins gets the chance to defeat I, to battle I. So if Revolver beats Playmaker, Revolver's ending is basically going to be him battling against his AI in order to defeat it, to fulfill his father's wishes. But then it's going to leave Yusaku totally, you know, out of the loop, because this is Yusaku's friend we're talking about. However, most likely what's going to happen is in that final duel, it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be off the balls epic. Off the chain, off the walls, whatever. Just epic and awesome. And Yusaku's going to fight Revolver. Yusaku wins. And then I's like, well, maybe not I, but after they win, maybe it's more like they're chasing I. They're chasing I together for so long, but then at the end, they have to basically fight against each other to really decide who is going to basically, what is it? not to get the kill, but like get to settle things. So they're gonna fight each other, and then Yusaku's gonna win because he's the main character. He's gonna win, and then Ryoken is gonna go. She's gonna go somewhere. I don't know where he's going after this, but Yusaku's gonna go basically fight Ai, and that's gonna be the last duel of everything. Once Ai dies, Ai's gonna tell Yusaku basically, you know, I did all this so you humans can actually live in peace. And thank you for giving me this last duel, my friend. And then he just fades away. And then maybe Roboppy goes back to being Roboppy, or maybe Roboppy died along the way or something. I don't know. And then Yusaku's probably going to cry, and then like they'll all become friends at the end. That's what I think is going to happen. But let me tell you what's going to happen a little bit early on. I think... So that's how I think it's going to end. But let me tell you what happens early on. I just repeated myself there. After Ai beats Queen, there's going to be like a hey alert that, you know, it's going to go on. I don't know who's going to alert what. I don't. Let's just say, you know, things are going to be the same. So Yusaku's basically going to catch wind of this. He's going to go investigate. He's going to find out it's Ai or something. What ends up happening is Yusaku faces Ai, and Yusaku brings the heat. Like he's not going to back down. This is something he must do. So he's going to go full. He's going to go all out. Ai's gonna go all out, and then they're gonna duel. What's gonna end up happening, and I'm gonna go a step further and say this isn't gonna even happen in the season. This is gonna happen like after this duel with Queen. The next duel after this is gonna be Yusaku versus Ai. That's what I'm gonna say. Yusaku's gonna end up losing. It's gonna be his first ever loss. And then what's gonna end up happening is Yusaku's gonna rebuild himself a bit, and then that's basically, you know, why the final showdown is way more important, is because, you know, this is, you know, he needs to get back in the game basically. Now, here's a little interesting thing. Usually the Yu-Gi-Oh shows repeat. It kind of repeats in a weird way, because we had Yugi and Atem. They basically, well, Atem took the loss by playing the Silver Recalco, so that was just one major loss that everyone likes to bring about. I'm not talking about any you know, like, I'm not talking about Yusei dual runner got thrown off the road, and then, you know, that's technically a loss. I'm not talking about no technicalities here. I'm talking about the life points hit 0. It's 100% loss. Yugi lost once. Then I think he lost again. I could be... Oh, yeah. Well, no, Atem lost 2 times. One was because of story reasons. Yugi beating him, becoming better. That's more main character. I'm not going to count that for the first Yu-Gi-Oh! So he lost once, right? In Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal, which is like, I don't want to say the retelling, but like the remix version of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it kind of is, in a way, because you got a spirit who doesn't know who he is, got to find his own memories, type of thing. What ends up happening in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal is that Yuma loses to Kite. He loses to him 2 times, I believe. Or maybe, no. Yeah, he loses to him once in their rematch duel. And after that, I don't think Yuma loses again. I'm talking about Yuma here. I know Astro loses, but I'm talking about Yuma. So it's kind of like that. With Arc 5 and GX, Jaden lost once. Jaden had to lose like about 4 times, I think. One time because, you know, he faced against Zane, so his 4,000 attack monster just mopped the floor with him. Another time was, I forgot. I know it's really blurry with Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but I know in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, the same thing kind of happened. Yuzu beat Yuya. Now, a lot of people probably don't want to say, well, that doesn't count. It does. It still counts. He still generally lost to Yuzu. So it's kind of, in a weird way, repeated again. They both lost, but then I know Yuya went out to lose like 2 more times. Yeah, he lost to Reggie like... Yeah, he lost to Reggie like 2 more times or 1 more time. And then Jaden lost again. I forgot where. Oh, yeah, he lost to Ed Phoenix. So, kind of, you know. But the thing here that I want to get my point across, I should say, is in Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, it's kind of taken after Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, the only time Yusei ever lost an official loss was in a flashback. And I forgot where else. Oh yeah, the technicality. Here in Vrains, Yusaku only ever lost in his flashback when he was, you know, a 6-year-old little kid or 8-year-old little kid. So he lost in a flashback basically when he was 7. Yusei lost in a flashback against Jack. So flashback, you see how that kind of goes. Yusaku hasn't lost in a technicality yet, or has he? They may pull that card out. Will he lose in the series? I don't think so. I think maybe, actually, you know what? Yeah, maybe him and I will duel, and when they do duel, Yusaku's gonna lose in a technicality, like Yusei did with his dual runner being flipped. That's probably gonna happen. He's probably gonna go and get hit by a data storm or something like that, and then it's gonna bug him out of Vrains, and then he's gonna be like, you know, I gotta get better or something like that. I think that's what's gonna happen. I do. I don't know if I should say I hope that happens, but I think that's what's going to happen. So that's it. That's been my Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains theory and my Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains prediction. Hopefully the thumbnail doesn't look like crap. Hopefully it looks alright. Hopefully it looks okay. But that's all I have to say. For now on the subject, I don't have to say. Have to say, whatever. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please hit that bell icon to receive notifications directly to your email and YouTube subscription box. Sometimes it doesn't even hit the subscription box. It always hits the email, though. I know that for sure. Unless YouTube messed up more of their systems. I'm not too sure. Anyway, thank you for watching. I have been delighted that you've actually stayed this long. So comment down below if you have. Type in the shmoo that could if you want to. You don't have to put it if you want to, but you know, just type in the shmoo that could in the comments if you stayed this long. And I'll actually go ahead and like the comments. I'll put a little heart if I find them. I'll thank you that way. So thank you.